Ew.
If you've never had any of these clamps, you should get some. These are some nice ones.
Amazon?
That's a real Dick Banjo. It's not the tools that make the mechanic, it's the application and how you use it.
I'm from China.
I'm in charge of fluids today.
How is that?
Seasons are changing. Nice balance job.
Made me a mountain, see?
Made you mount.
If they're small enough for your nan, they go in the basket.
I'm standing on the wall.
He's a logger.
Welcome back. It's Wednesday. This will be our Wednesday video. So we've been doing all kinds of random projects, but we've got a big one underway here.
Yeah, we got a container. I put the container in a couple years ago, and we live back there, so I don't always get down here. We had tree fall. I had all this cleaned up once, but all this is from the tree that fell. That actually some of the wood from Dick Banjo came from. There's a stump back there that's really keeping me from finishing what I want to do. I'm just going to level this up, put gravel down, set some poles, put a roof off of like a 16-foot roof off that container, just so we can store stuff underneath. Sun just got right in my eyes.
I know.
But it's almost like fall out here. So we're just going to, this video, we bounce around a little bit. We'll be in the shop. You'll see some of that. But this is what we do. We bobcat, we excavate, we work on stuff.
All the time. So we hope you enjoy this week's Wednesday video. It's going to be full of random stuff.
It's like weird. They're like, hey, we don't want to watch you dig up a stump. Well, there might be a cool shop here someday.
Yeah.
So we got to dig the stump up.
Yep.
Digging stuff's fun, and y'all wish you could dig up a stump too.
Get to it. What'd he do?
Made me a mountain, see?
Made you mountain? Sure did.
Can you imagine back in the day trying to dig them out with a horse?
No.
It's not even moving.
This stump was not budging. It was insane how deep the roots went. I've never seen a stump this hard to remove. It was crazy.
Insane. That is insane. so crazy. Oh my gosh.
I seen this Facebook thing where the biggest meteorite in the world was stolen by the guy's neighbor, and they built a wagon, and it weighed like 32,000 pounds. Can you imagine trying to load that? That was a major job right there.
That was crazy.
Can you imagine a hole that big?
Look, there's one rock in here that this tree grew around, like a big rock.
Never imagined it would take that much work.
Wow, that is so crazy.
I gotta fill the hole in real quick.
Yeah, it looks like a meteor hit here. Looks like we got a crater.
That was a big job, dude.
Dude, that was
I
a
guess this one behind us ain't gonna fall.
huge
I was worried
job.
about it sticking up out of the ground. I'm gonna fill this in, then I'll need a break.
Yeah. Welcome back, guys. It is, what day is it? It's Friday. It's it's Friday. Tim is behind me. I don't know if you can hear him because he's not wearing a mic, but I am. I'm in charge of fluids today. Shocker. We are gonna fill the transfer case with gear oil. This one runs off of 90 weight, which we couldn't find. But if you look at the back of the bottle and it says GL5 on the back, it's compatible. So that's what we're going to use. We got 2 of these. And down here, we're going to take our little filler valve off and fill it up. We already took the drain plug out to check to see how much was in there, and it was dry. So I'm going to take this one out, and once it starts running out of here, we'll stop adding it. So that's what we're going to do here real quick, and then we're going to go on to the transmission with transmission fluid. It fills through the top up here by the shifter. We already drained what was in there out. So that's 2 things we're doing, and I already redid what you guys saw me do the other day in the front with that because we didn't seal it. So we had to redo that, but we're going to get at it.
I did have Tim loosen that for me because it was impossible. I thought I was going to break the wrench.
I had to have Tim break that loose for me because it was just in there so tight.
Never been out.
It's never been out, he said. Dude, I think of that song all the time because I never have time. All right, this is our second one we're getting ready to put in here, so it's probably going to start pouring out here at some point. We got to keep an eye for that. All right, that was quick and painless. So now we're going to move on to the transmission fluid. All right, we're on to the transmission fluid. That's what we're going to use here, topping it off. I've got my funnel rigged up through the glove box here so nicely. I know you're right in my face, but I want you to be able to see what I'm doing. I thought it smelled like that.
I got a little overconfident here and spilled it. Not too much, though.
I made a little bit more of a mess with that one. But it's in there and we didn't spill much. We're good. So that's all the fluids besides the coolant. That's exciting. We're topped off.
All right, it's Saturday. Jennifer's doing some grass mowing. It's quiet, so I am doing the front brake lines. Got a brand new proportioning valve in the mail. I'll show you all that. We'll go over that. And I already ran the passenger side line. It loops around, comes around. I'll show you that here in a minute. But now I'm going to show you this little tool I bought. It's just a cheap little tool. Probably bought this on Amazon. The old school flaring tools, they'll work. And they make double flare tools. And there's better tools than this. And there's worse tools than this. But this makes a pretty good flare. Double flare. So you got a little handle. It's got this little stopper. You put the little stopper in. And all that does is you just push your line in all the way. Then you got two little 10 millimeters here. Tighten them up. Before you get it all the way tight, make sure you didn't move. Make sure it's in there all the way. Tighten her down. Don't strip it out. Just tighten it down. That should come out. All right. Now they send you this two-sided nipple. It's got a flare, and then it's got the inverted. Put the inverted in first. They send you a little bit of grease. I like to hit them with the grease. You can see inside there's a hole. You can see your line, and there's a line here, and your line should be to that. I'm gonna make mine go in a little bit more. Sometimes I don't trust that stopper all the way. This is a cheap tool that anyone can afford, and then I just buy the roll. There's better stuff. I'm not building custom cars. I'm trying to build rat rods and trucks, and this stuff will work for anything. All right, so now we're good. I'm gonna run her in. 17 millimeter, what else? Now you could put this in your vise, but I like it because it's small and mobile. If you need to get down and do one on the car, you can with it. That's the main reason I use this one. This is just for 3/16. You know, you're obviously going to need other sizes. Now we'll just put the finishing flare on it. It's a little hot today. Started feeling like fall there for a minute, but it's warmed up today. All right, let's see what we got. Brake lines might be something that scares people off, but really, if you buy these little cheap tools and practice, this whole roll of line and fittings is only like $20. It's cheaper than going to the parts store a whole bunch. It makes a beautiful flare. Might take your little, you use a punch when you cut it. Take that punch and resize the end of the hole, just because when you cut it, it'll squeeze the tubing down a little bit. So I just stick a little straight punch in there, clean that up. That's ready to go. I got this one run right here. Up, got slack in it. I welded a bolt on there. I'm waiting for it to cool down so I can put a rubber strap on that. And then we're moving over here. Change the valve covers to match the air cleaner. Gives a little color. You can see my brand new proportioning valve right here. I already got the rear run. The rear's hooked up all the way to the drums. The bleeders are open. This is for my front. I already got the other front run right here. I don't know if you can see that. It goes forward and around the front cross member and through the U-bolts and around. So I know you can see it, but this is a mechanical rat rod. So now what we're going to try to do, there's going to be a header covering this if you're wondering why I'm putting it right out here in the open. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this and go down and come around the bottom like I did on the other side. So I got to find my old bendy. Another major piece to the puzzle. The drag link's all done. The steering's all done. I have there's two different GM power steerings. There's a flare and an O-ring. And I have a flare, Hydro Boost, and a later model metric O-ring box. So I bought these from Speedway. These are adapters, flare. They go down and then you make your own line. -6 braided line. That should be here today. I'll show you how to make that. So I want this to turn out of here without going crazy and go down. Then underneath here, I'm going to weld a bolt, and I'll put a strap on it right there. Hook this guy on it right there. So I want to put a flare on it right where my thumb's at. Let's cut it. 5-second brake line. All right, we got our brake line made. Comes out, circles around, gets back behind the frame, and comes out the bottom like the other side. First thing you want to do before you do anything is put your connector on there. Put your fitting on there. Then I take my little punch. You can see the end. It kind of dimples it in so I don't go crazy. I just open that up, back to normal. Then I just repeat the process. It's changing out there, boys. It's August something, 15th, 16th. I don't know what it is, but it's changing. Seasons are changing. Brake lines are something that you kind of put off. I don't know why. I do. Maybe not everybody. I'm speaking for myself, but you kind of like, yeah, you know. And then, but it's also a good sign that you're getting close to being done. So let's just. I've done the 2 front brake lines. I haven't been down here very long at all. I promise you're going to make at least one line and forget your fitting on there. I did it very first one. Oh, here we go. I made it real good, fit perfect, no fitting. Look, I done been on the ground. Dirty. After this, I just need to make the 2 that go from the master cylinder down. I'll put 2 bolts, put my header on with 2 bolts, and start seeing where I can go. I got plenty of room. These headers are fantastic for this application. They clear everything up and out. They may be a little tricky to get good mufflers on, but there's another quality flare brought to you by the cheapest tool I could buy. It's not the tools that make the mechanic, it's the application and how you use it. So, all we gotta do is get under there and weld a tab. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. It sucks. And then by now the other one should be cooled down. So I'm gonna put my rubber on that. By the time I get done with that, this one should be cooled down and my front brake lines will be done. I got brand new calipers, brand new pads. That's a mid-80s Chevy 10-bolt front axle. Real common, real easy to get parts for. It's a ball joint axle, ball joint type axle. And I'm using the stock steering components. I'm using stock brake lines, stock calipers, stock drag links, stock U-joints, as much stock as I can. I just mounted it funky. And to be honest with you, once this build-off's over, I'm probably going to put some coilover shocks on it and get rid of this setup altogether. We'll take it apart and redo it. I just had to, I mean, honestly, this isn't how I would probably do it. I want more flex and I want taller shocks and, you know, so that's where we'll go after we get done with this. We're got to stick to the budget. We're doing good so far. No big ticket items yet. $300 clutch, $300 headers, used wheels, used tires. Tires shouldn't count. We're moving along. We'll see you there. We're back in the shop. Sunday, we got the help. Check
Boss
him out.
is back.
What you got there?
It's on your shoulder.
Nice balance job. We had some local people here that live close by bring this to us tonight and give this to us.
Look how awesome this is, guys. I'm so
Dan
excited.
and Bree brought this by. We had this one. Now, I was attracted to this one because it was soft. We got this down in Waynesville. I thought we got Cave City, but we got down Waynesville. And this is cool. And then they brought this by, and they're a little bit different on size. But
that's so awesome.
Yeah. So just like horse accessories, but gone. Look
That's
at
so
that.
cool. He said he thought we needed that for Dick Banjo, and he was not wrong.
That's
So,
going in there, man.
Thank you. We
That's
appreciate that.
that's for sure going
I'm
in.
so pumped.
We just got that tonight. Quick rundown. We got the door shutting. We swapped some valve covers out. I was trying to stay low profile, but I've seen guys with fuel injection. I've seen guys with Cummins.
I like the color. I like the splash of color.
Yeah, well, that's why we leave the shocks upside down. I'm going to explain this one time, and I'm sure I'm going to have to explain again, but I'm going to tell everybody who's looking why these shocks are the way they are. See how they are? I don't want to use the U word, but most people would think that this should be on top, right?
Yeah.
So when I bought the shocks, to check him out, man, he's got both belts.
Heck yeah.
Tag team and heavyweight champion.
Champion.
Yeah. That gone. That's a real Dick Banjo. Well, oh, man. Golly, I can't talk over that. Whoa! Yeah!
Dick Banjo.
Where are you from? New Mexico?
I'm from China.
I bought you online.
I'm from China.
All right.
Funny.
What were we talking about?
So the reason they're like this, there's really no upside down. They work both ways, but the body people think should be upside down. I wouldn't put it that way. They come with a metal sleeve installed on this end and not that end. I couldn't get the sleeve out. Okay, so don't beat me up too bad. That's just how they are. They went on. They're going to do the same thing.
Yeah, do they work?
They're going to work.
Perfect. That's all I care about.
So we got a new distributor cap. We got the fuel systems all plumbed. I'm going to put fuel in it tomorrow, check for leaks. We've been working on this. This is just some of the art details. This will go here. Some spider webbing, little banjo, 5 strings and a banjo, subliminal things, little things. We want the details to keep coming. Brake lines are done, wrapped around, headlights are done, steering's done, brand new brakes, brand new brake calipers, brand new brake lines, $39 brake portioning valve, all new lines, big line to the back, used Hydro Boost from the motorhome, $59 brake. I felt it was insurance to buy a $59 master cylinder.
Yeah.
We got to bleed it. I hit one of my lines with cutoff wheel. We need to bleed this. It didn't come with bleeders, so we'll make this a bleeder. I got to fix a line, but this is the big deal. Show her what you got.
What is that?
Kawasaki.
Heck yeah.
Say Kawasaki.
Kawasaki, baby!
Yeah, baby. Woo! So I got 2 different styles. They're both Chevy, but I got an older Hydro Boost and an 81 and up, 80 and up, whatever box. They're different. I found these. These are flare. They go on there. Then now I've got these today. I've got my line. That's -6. I'm going to make my own power steering lines. So all this has been going on, but the elephant in the room was no brake pedal, no clutch pedal. So I'm waiting on 2 fittings, one for the back of the power steering pump and one for this. And as soon as those get here through the mail, we'll have the lines already made, ready to go. These are out of the way. The header still fits. As soon as the header goes on, the spark plug wires go back on, and it'll fire up. We don't want to fire it up till the power steering's done because we'll start puking stuff everywhere. All right, all this led up to this. And I don't know why I made this the way I did, but today it worked out. This is all 1/4-inch steel. This is even thicker. This is overkill, and it tightened up the whole firewall. I tried to make, so this is the bell crank off of a Chevy truck. The ball's on the engine. The pivot mounts over here. It's a little crude, but I threw it together in the dark. So I tried to go straight into the firewall, and there was no leverage, man. You could not push it. Like, I broke a rod and about put a hole through the bottom of my foot, and you couldn't even get the clutch to throw out any. So I've been losing some sleep over that. Well, we got a couple of sets of clutch pedals for a Chevy truck, and we was out there looking at it the other day. And even on your Chevy truck, your rod goes way up into the dash, and then your clutch pedal is way long. It's like a big S shape. So high pivot point, high leverage. So this isn't done. I'm going to trim this down. So what I got here is a connecting rod to a pivot point. And I got a huge bolt, 3/4 inch bolt welded all around here. Grade 8 bolt, won't go anywhere. Piece of 5/16 steel with a hole punch in it. Burn up my hole punch making that. There's some more adjustments to do, but you're going to see something you've never seen. You see in here? Little witness. The first time. Clutch pedal, huh? What do you think?
I love it. It works good.
Gas pedal, brake. Brake needs moved over. I can do that up here. I can
Yeah.
take the bolts loose, move it over. And then this is kind of cumbersome. I'm going to trim this and weld it better. And before you got here, I was trying to figure out what to put on there. But I got steering that runs up through there. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4 arm joints to hold my steering shaft straight. Overkill. So we're sitting here with 3 pedals. We're full of fluid. The shifter needs rebent. I'm going to put the shifter in it. I'm going to put this shifter in it. All the brakes are done when I fix those lines. So we're almost there. We got fluids and everything. We got drive shafts and everything. We need to drive it around this campground.
Yeah. So any day now.
Ronnie Millsap.
Did I scare you?
Any day now.
Always.
You'll come wandering back. Is that what he says?
That's what I was saying till you come back to me.
All right. We said we wasn't going to give you no more rat rods. We burned you out, but we're hitting major strides.
Yep, we are.
Here's another major thing.
Huge. This is a big deal.
These came from Thomas, who we met at our car show. And if you ever think about having a show and you have one and it's not that successful, but you think about not having another one, these are reasons why you should. Thomas was at our car show. I bought these headlights off of him. Todd Majors came to our car show in a sweet rear engine vehicle he built. And he brought me a window frame and a transfer spring that I ended up not being able to use because I was already set up beyond that. But this frame wasn't for this truck. I don't know what it was for. It had a different curve. It come down and had a wicked curve on the bottom. Windshield's kind of a sore spot. Last night I was in here alone. Scott Bloomquist said, get a lot done when no one's around. So I just started doing this and this stuff's hard to weld. But I got this fitting in there. You can see where I had it tack welded. I got that fitting in there. You see that?
I do. Looks so good.
Now I cut it all to pieces. I got this fitting. See these pie cuts? Can you see them?
Let me zoom in. Yes.
See those pie cuts?
Yes.
It allowed me just to manipulate it enough. And we're trying to keep that track in there so I can have a guy make me a windshield. And this will be a 2-piece. And I got to redo the pieces. That fits good. So then this does the same thing over there. And it's fitting over there good. Trust me. Then all I got is right here. And I got a bigger piece going right there.
Perfect.
And thanks to Todd Majors and Tim Miller, we're going to have a window frame.
Yes.
So the next process is, this is quiet time work. I've had this clutch on my mind. Like I've been telling Jennifer, we're not going to make it. I can't do it. I'm not going to figure it out. And I just knew I didn't have any room, but I found the room. And we got to put a clutch in our hauler before we go.
Yeah, that's big news too. That's great.
We either glazed it or the springs are weak or something. But anyways, that's just maintenance. So what I'll do is I'll get the table cleaned completely off, and I'll take this and make sure I got it where I want it, and I'll put it down, face down, clamp it especially between every crack, then clamp it down to where it's straight, weld it, bounce around so I don't heat it up, keep moving around. Got his guitar. And make this. Then I got the inserts for here. I'll probably have to make new ones, drill and tap. then make a bottle. I want to be able to take two flat pieces and give these to Eric Hildebrand, and hopefully he can cut me a windshield, put rubber in there, and give it back to me. So
That'll be amazing. Yeah, big moves are being made.
This is a lot of talking, but
just trying to catch you up on what's been going on because we ain't been filming it.
Yeah, but this is how many holes I've punched. I've been trying to say these. This is how many holes I've punched with that on just this vehicle. You know how many drill bits? I mean, that would have sucked.
Yeah, that's a lot of money.
I bought that thing right at the right time. That's where we're at. We got hoses here. These will be our power steering hoses. Dash 6, braided line. I'll make those here when we're not doing anything. We got canvas. 2 big pieces of canvas. We plan on having a canvas living type tarp with poles. I got some little pieces of string. We'll make our own poles. What else we got? What you got the back going?
Yeah, I'm gonna show in this video about what our sleeping arrangements are gonna be because we got that in order. So that's coming up.
Well, I gotta get back to what I'm doing so I can
get to work, like Sammy says. Get to work.
Get it wrong.
Good job. You've done a lot.
Thank you.
Way to go.
Thank you.
Anyways, I'm back, guys.
Welcome back, guys. So everybody's curious about how the heck we're going to sleep back here in this thing. But that's our plan. That's why we built it. So I'm an outdoorsy person, and I knew that you could order compact sleeping mats for hiking. So I got on Amazon. So I got on Amazon, and I ordered a couple of these. So we're going to blow them up. I haven't even used them yet, but I got 2. If you've ever...
This one's going to be mine.
That's a pillow. If you've ever slept on an air mattress, you know if you sleep on an air mattress with 2 people, usually one person's on the floor and one person's like laying at an angle. So I got 2 so that we're as comfortable as we can be. So this supposedly, that's fine, go ahead. This supposedly comes with like a foot pump already built into it. So that was part of why I chose it too. But also where I showed you guys earlier that I like rolled up the Mexican blankets with the belts inside. These will roll up inside of there, so you won't be able to see them like looking like a new object inside of there, you know. It'll look like it's just part of the decor, and it'll be out of the way. It's rabbit fur. It's not Yeti fur. It's rabbit fur. All right, let's see about this. If you're not satisfied with the product, please contact us. Oh, I was supposed to step. I guess that's how you fill it up. All right, there's some kind of little... Yeah, there's the out plug. This plug is like a little pillow. You got to step on it to fill it up, I guess. I don't know. We're about to find out. Open the plug, stomp on the inflated inlet as the picture shown. Only a few minutes are needed to fully inflate. Let's see what's going to happen. I thought that it would have like a some kind of like fabric feel to it, but it doesn't. It's like plastic feeling, but that's okay. I don't care. We're camping, right? All right, let me lower you down here and let you see how this process goes.
Boo!
Ew. I'll have to tell you guys exactly how long it took me to blow them up, but honestly, like, they look real thin, and whenever you're climbing in, you feel like you're going to hit the floor, but these little bubbles, it evenly distributes your weight. I got these little blow-up pillows. This is going to work out perfect. If you're happy, you can snap them together. If you're mad at each other, you can snap them apart. But we're just going to leave them apart to begin with because I want my own space. So I'm excited. That's awesome. I'm going to roll them up and see how they're going to look inside of these Mexican blankets. So I'm excited. This is so exciting.
Wait.
Sammy's ready to camp out in here tonight. They're deflating really quickly, so. Now, here's the cool part that's going to keep it with us all the time. So then you have your bed, and you have your pillow, and you have your blanket, all in one thing. All right, look, there's our, now watch this. Our bed and our pillow are inside of here. We're going to take our old belts that we bought and we're going to wrap them around there and get it tight.
I'm getting out.
Wow. All right, so then there it is. Our little sleeping pad and our pillow are wrapped up inside of our blanket, looking good. Nobody'd ever know, and we're going to pack it right along. Pretty sweet little trick we got there. Now we can sleep in Dick Banjo.
Hi, what are you doing, guys? How are you doing? Know you're rock stars. Hi, fans. Good to see you. My mom. I want to sing.
Thank you.
Hi, fans.
What's going on, everybody? It's a beautiful day. It's Tuesday. Wyatt's first day of school, so that's a bummer. But I'm not at school. I'm putting fuel in the old Dick Banjo for the first time. Just put a little bit in there and one step back check for leaks. Figured I'd document this because you don't want to miss the important stuff. I like to look at videos and pictures of old people building stuff. Like I'm on this Facebook page, Monster Trucks, old school monster trucks, and to see people like Bob Chandler and Dennis Anderson building stuff in their garage back in the day, innovating, innovating, building things on the fly. It's kind of how I feel what I'm doing here. So I just wanted to grab a camera real quick and show this. We're putting gasoline in it for the first time. Everything's hooked up, and we're moving along. I'm waiting on a couple lines for a power steering pump and the gearbox. I already got the lines sitting there waiting. I'm just waiting on 2 O-ring fittings to screw in, hook my dash 6 lines up to, and the last thing I need to buy is some radiator hose. I got some pipe here. We're going to try to make some of our own lines as much as we can, and we'll show some of that. I'm getting ready to go work on the window frame, but I just wanted to tell you I'm putting gas in the old Dick Banjo special right here. Tuesday, August 20th, maybe. I don't know. Time's slipping by. 19th, maybe. All right. I'll be back here in a few minutes. We're going to build a window frame. All right. What's going on, friends? You've been following along, and we've been showing you everything we can. There's a lot of stuff that isn't that interesting to watch, but it could also be used as a learning tool in case somebody just had never thought of it or didn't know that they were capable of it. Because basically anything you watch me do, you can do. I have basic tools, welder, plasma cutter, hole punch. Those are the grinders. Anyone can have those. We have to finish windshield. Basically what I need to do is make a windshield frame so I can give to a friend of mine, Eric Hildebrandt, who does my glass work, H&S Glass here local. And what I've already talked to him, if I give him a 2-piece frame that's flat, he'll put me a piece of glass in it. And he's always done me right. We'll figure that into the budget. We're still good on budget. So let me show you what I've been doing. Todd Majors is a guy I met. He came to our show. He's going to be at the Rat Stock. He's, as far as I know, he's building a competition car. He gave me a windshield frame. Just out of the kindness of his heart, he knew that I'd been working on a 35 Ford, and he had a frame, and he said he wasn't sure what it went to. He gave it to me. It was close. It didn't fit. The bottom had way too much arch, so when it did that, it came up tight in the corners, and none of that fit. But the other night, I was kind of looking around, and I'm trying to mark stuff off my list. So I started working on that frame he gave me, and I was able to make it start to fit. So basically I had to cut it. I had to do a series of pie cuts, I call them, where I just cut it, and then actually right here I sectioned it a piece, and then got the sides to fit. I actually had it tack welded to the cab. I got it to overlap, and I got it to fit good. I mean, the truck's not perfect. We'll make the windshield perfect. We'll make the truck fit the windshield. So after I was able to do that, I took the lower half and started reshaping that. I did the same thing. I took pie cuts out of it, and I took that arch out of it. And I got it fitting good. I'll work these in a little better, but I got that side fitting good. Then I got this side fitting good. Then I just need to weld in a piece here to them, and I should have those fitting good. So when I'm done with all that, my goal is to have two sections, a top and a bottom. All right, once I have my top and bottom made, they got these came in them. I'll probably make new ones just because these are ancient. The holes are they're kind of messed up. But you see that square? Goes right in there. And then machine head screws, countersunk machine head screws in there. And then there's a groove, obviously. There's a perfect groove all the way around that. So this is fitting good. I like the way this fits. I'm gonna take a chance. I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do. So for the first time in a long time, you'll see my table's cleaned off. That's hard to do. I'm bad with flat surfaces. So what I want to do is I just want to get a grinder and knock that down flat because I want to clamp this face down, and I want to put a clamp every so many inches, and then I'm going to start tack welding those gaps in and just tack it, bounce around. This stuff's real hard to weld, so I want to get it clean, and I just want to go slow, and I don't want it to move. That's the main thing. Once I get it welding, I don't want it to bend and shape because then we go up there and it dips down or it does something funny. I know it fits now, so if I clamp it tight every 6-8 inches and then weld it bouncing around, we should be good. So let's learn together. All right, like I said, I want to knock that weld off the front. Hopefully, nice shot. I don't want to get too crazy with this. I just want to knock those nuggets down so it'll lay flat on the table. That's all I'm trying to do here, is now it won't lay flat. All right, what we're going to try to do here is get this flat on the table. Once we know it's flat, then we'll go start welding it. If you've never had any of these clamps, you should get some. These are some nice ones. A neighbor that passed away that actually lived in my grandma's house, he gave me these before he passed away. He seen me over here doing a lot of welding, and I always use C-clamps, and these things are way better. All right, now you see here I just got little cuts. I just need to start welding those in. I'm gonna go ahead and clean everything on the back side. This stuff don't weld very good, so I want it to be real clean. This is the part they don't show you. See, I already got dirty. This is the part they don't show you on TV because this is the slow, boring part. But this is probably the most intricate part, which might take the most talent, if you know what I mean. It's just like welding on a panel to a car. I'm going to bounce around. I'm going to stay in a different spot. I'm not going to stay in one spot. I'm going to keep moving. Man, it just burns out immediately. I'm all the way down on 2. All right, just use a little filler rod there, I guess. That works pretty good. Just got some TIG rod. I just lay it in that gap, burn it in, and then pull it away, and I can be able to grind it out. It don't burn all the way through instantly. TIG welding with a MIG welder. When I got a TIG welder. Crazy, ain't it? I don't know how to use it. That's looking good. We've only been at it 20 minutes. I'm gonna grind it down, flip it over, do the front. I'll do that a few times till I like what I got. Once we got the top done, we're halfway there. See, it don't take long. I'm gonna shut the camera off, do a little grinding. All right, we got the back ground down. We'll go over again before we're done, but we're gonna flip it over, weld the front, keep doing it till we have a beautiful piece. All right, that didn't take long at all. We got a nice little piece. I got some finish work left to do. But you can see, I mean, don't say it can't be welded, because I welded it. That filler rod worked. I'll go ahead and clean the whole thing. But I got my end pieces in. Let's go over here to the old hot rod. See what we got. Let's get physical. All right, fits pretty good. I got a little piece here, but I don't think it's big enough, but I got another piece because it saved it all. Need to find some way to clamp it in there. All right. This guy here is a little too long. He's out there trying to catch a big one. She's been fighting with a snapping turtle. Been tearing up her pond. All right, we're looking pretty good. We're gonna have to figure out a way to mount it. That's the one thing I'm not sure about. I got a little lip that I could drill through and screw through. I'm just not quite sure what we're gonna do. I may have to weld tabs to it. Maybe what I do. I'm just not real sure yet. But anytime you're working on these old cars and you cut stuff down, this is a piece of the window frame that I cut out of the side, I think. You need to save these pieces because you're going to need them. And I just need a little bit there, so. So, I'll cut this, get up there, and I'll probably try to tack it in place. That way it don't move on me. And then I should be able to go over to the table with two pieces together, get more clamps out, clamp it down just the way I've been doing, and work the bottom. And what I should end up with is two pieces that we can walk over here, and it sits in that sill, and it's flat, and it'll take a piece of windshield glass. And then you can't get no better than official safety windshield glass. So I'm gonna keep working on it, and I'll show you the finished product here in a few minutes. We're not very long into this. I haven't even been working on this like an hour, so I'm just gonna stick with it, and we'll show you what we can do with what little we have. It's just motivation. You gotta have the motivation to do it. Even if I've never done this. I mean, let's not fool ourselves. This is about the time where everybody gives up, but you gotta knuckle down and find your inner beast. All right, we got the bottom clamped, got our little section to weld in, got it all clamped down evenly to the top. It's all flat. It'll take a flat piece of glass if it's don't warp. So we're just gonna keep welding. Just gonna use the same procedure. All right, just a slow process, but we almost got it. I'm gonna let it cool down, then I'll go around and grind this to where I can flip it over, lay it flat, and do the same thing. You've seen it. I'd say within another hour I'll have it finished. It won't be done because I gotta weld tabs and I gotta restore the little end pieces, but you get the point. Here, just in a short period of time I've been working on this. I probably have about 3 hours in total, and then I'll be able to hand it off to the glass guy, and he'll give us back a nice finished product. So that's how you do that. I actually did it.
How was that? That was really good. You did a great job.
I think I'm a professional driver.
You do. Born to drive, huh?
Oh, I'm a professional driver.
Professional driver, he said.
I gotta drive out and down there now.
Welcome back. It's Wednesday morning, so you're going to see this tonight. We got a lot done in that video for you guys, more than I even remembered filming, so that's good. We got that stump dug out. I filled some fluids. Tim worked on the grill. He worked on all kinds of other stuff in this video, so hopefully you guys enjoyed it.
That stump was a major task. I mean, with a piece of equipment with air conditioning, and I'm not complaining. I think of the old timers when they had to clear a field so they could grow crops to survive.
To eat.
That was stay away from walnut trees because they intertwine into the dirt and they won't come out till the last minute.
That was wild.
I always feel like we don't get anything done, but it's just daily. I know Dick Banjo's dragging on, but
we're there. We got 30 days as of today.
Honestly, we haven't been in a hurry because if we were in a hurry to get done, it means there's stuff we could have kept doing.
That's right.
So you're going to see us working on that until the end.
And after, I'm sure.
When I come home, I'll probably redo some stuff that I couldn't do in the budget. It's winding down. We're down in the last 30 days and they're counting the hours now. We're down in the 700 hours. It's for real. And momentum is building. I like our chances.
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about it. I'm excited. I can't wait. It's going to be a fun time.
When I say that last video, I said we're going to win and we like our chances. Only a fool would go into a competition without confidence. So don't take that for confidence for arrogance. Everyone should feel the same way. So if you don't, maybe get back out and keep working on it. But I'm not going to Illinois unless I didn't even know about second and third. She asked me the other day, well, if you win second or third, I said, no plan B, only a plan A. I've changed my lifestyle around building this car. So we're going there and we're going to do our best.
We've gone all in. There's no doubt about that. We've gone all
it's-
in on this. So
Well, and I'm not done yet. There's more. There's going to be more to it between now and then. I have plenty of time. So there's more coming. There's a
Yep.
trailer hitch on that son of a bitch. I'm telling you, once I get the build off done, there's more coming, and it's not going to cost me nothing. And that's Roddy. We're trying to maximize the rules. Imagine we're in a demolition derby. You read the rules and you look at the rules they didn't write. That's what we're trying to do. So
that's all we got for you this week. Thank you guys so much for always commenting and showing us love and support. We really appreciate that. Make sure you're subscribed by October 31st to win a free winch or $300. All you got to do is subscribe. You can watch our videos early if you're a member. So for $5.99 a month, you can become a member and get early access to all of our videos. What else we got, babe?
Go on Facebook, go on Ratstock page on Facebook. It's the official page. I think it's a free event. Honestly, I don't think to even come spectate. So, man, there's going to be at least a couple hundred fresh builds there. Yeah. No matter if we win or lose, we build ourselves a badass machine, and we can't wait. We're just excited to see everybody, and you got to work on the tow rig next.
That's definitely got to happen between now and then.
It's drug a lot of trailers since I built it, and the clutch is glazed up or something, and we got to fix that between now and then.
Yep.
A lot of our stuff might seem repetitive, but we're living the lifestyle of driving older stuff, building stuff on our own. And so if it seems like we have to work on them a lot, majority of our stuff is over 30 years old.
And we drive them. So, yeah, you got to work on them.
Yeah, yeah. So, anyone, we're just trying to inspire the common Joe, man, the regular guy. Buy some tools, find you a few hours in the day and do one thing a day, and it keeps momentum going. That's really all. We are running out of time for merchandise just because, we don't make a crap load of money on this stuff, and our merchandise sits around longer than we hoped. So we hope to have some shirts at Ratstock. That's just a matter of sending the guy the money. He'll have them to us quick. I don't know what else to say.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll catch you on Friday.
Piece and grease.